Hello, hello. We are live. It is Monday, June 5th, 2023, and we are here for the daily transmission. Please say hello wherever you are. I hope that you had a beautiful weekend for the full moon. I certainly did. It was a lovely weekend. Even this morning, the moon is still like showing off. She is no longer full moon in Sagittarius. We are Capricorn moon today. Capricorn moons, what's up? And so I hope that your full moon experience was as enlightening as my own. I got to go down to the beach and do just a little bit of thinking and brainstorming and talking things out with my fiance, and just feeling really good about the direction that I'm moving in, and that we are moving in, and that we are moving in. And it's just good to feel grounded. For those of you who have been around for a while, like maybe you have been in my world for, oh my God, I can't believe that I am old enough to say that I have been doing this for almost 10 years now. And so anyway, maybe you've been around for a while, maybe you haven't, but there is just a stark contrast in the energy. The way that I am able to, creating things, I've always been able to create cool things, but the ability to maintain my peace, maintain my space, to feel confident and grounded, it's just completely different. And I'm seeing that all over the place with my clients. I still have to check Voxer. I have a couple of messages today from some of my other clients to check in on. But last week, it was pretty just, I don't know, unreal, honestly. Like literally we're in the middle of a call, and a client that I've been working with for a while now, she just like pops back on and she's like, oh yeah, I just like, someone just gave me $50,000. I don't have any more details than that. Like, I don't know what happened, but she just got $50,000. And then later she messaged me and told me that she got like another $500 check. She got a job offer. I had another client talking about job offers. And these are people that I've been working with for a long time. These are people for 6 months or plus. And we've been having this like cyclical, like not grounded, wanting to get something done, but not feeling grounded. And so it's just coming back to, and I'm sure that you're familiar with that feeling, right? Wanting to achieve something, wanting to create something, wanting to move forward in your life. Very Sag moon energy. Hello. And then just feeling like I just keep coming back to this one spot. And I know that that was so true for me. And really the thing that shifted it was being more present. Of course, yoga helps with that. That's where, depending on your different energetic pattern, energetic frequencies, maybe it's breath work, maybe it's the movement, maybe it's the mantra. And if we don't know, let's just put them all together and get you, all energized. But it's truly like remarkable to see people move forward, people being grounded, people getting what they want, and not from a place of like manic movement or reactivity, or, it's just, yep, this is what's happening next. And whatever. Okay, so let's talk about what else is happening today. All right, so we've got Venus moving into Leo. This is happening like in a half hour, right? So right now it is 9:13. Okay, so roughly like 9:45 Eastern time, Venus moves into Leo. Now Venus is going to be in Leo for a hot second this year, because we've got a retrograde cycle. People keep asking me, oh, I'm not wearing any of my jewelry. I took a shower, forgot to put it back on. Anyway, so people keep asking me like, when, are we planning on getting married? Are we planning on getting married this year? Do we have a date set? Absolutely not. I'm not getting married in a Venus retrograde year. There are very little things I allow astrology to determine for me. But when it comes to something like that, something that I have a lot of control over the timing of, why am I going to do that to myself? Come on now. Not to like scare you if you're getting married this year. I'm sure that, right, you've made that decision in alignment for your highest and greatest good. But yeah, Venus moves into Leo today. She'll be here through October 8th. Now, Venus in Leo gives me like the phrase like show up, show out, like full out. Okay, because Leo is all about, I don't like right not being the center of attention, but a little bit, because Leo is ruled by the sun. Okay, and so the sun is the thing that everything revolves around. Why? Because it is life-giving. Okay, so it's not because it is look at me, look at me. It's because I'm just such a beacon of light and love and life and vibrance that you can't help but turn your head when I'm around. Right. And that is the energy that we are looking at with Venus and Leo. So I want you to think of keep two things in mind as we're moving through this period. What is it that makes you feel like that? Like a wellspring of energy. Okay, because the sun continues to burn and continues to give us life, but it has to have some kind of like generative force from the inside in order to do that, right? Like it has just like a massive energy and power that it is burning through. Eventually it'll burn out. It will eventually, right? We probably won't be alive for that. Who knows? And so when we're talking about this in, a more metaphorical context, what is it that makes you feel like that? You cannot burn endlessly for everything and everyone outside of yourself, even if it feels good. I've been having this conversation over and over this weekend. People knowing that their like gift, like the thing that they do best and that people come to them for, is for their empathy, for their support, for their perspective on things. But they're like burned out. They don't have the energy to people. But that has to come from you, right? And so it's taking back energy from all the places that we allow it to leak out. I wasn't even going to mention this morning, but my yoga teacher just said something that really like, right from the first moment that we were on the mat, in our arrival time, she says something to the effect of, multitasking is a lie. If you're multitasking, you're half-assing at least two things. Be fully here. Can you commit to fully being here and giving all of your effort to just this thing for just this hour? Right? And it's not revolutionary, but it's so true. Right? It's not a revolutionary concept. This is not like, whoa, right? But it is true. How many times are we giving a little bit of ourselves here and a little bit of ourselves here and a little bit of ourselves here? And we're saying, oh, well, it's not that much. They're not asking that much from me. This isn't asking so much from me. But at the end of the day, you have nothing left for yourself. And you are tired and you are exhausted and you are burned out. And when you wake up the next day, you're still in that space. The sleep and the nourishment and the very little replenishment that gets done doesn't give back enough for the energy that you're burning out, right? And I know that it sounds sometimes counterintuitive to be like, oh yeah, go spend an hour sweating somewhere. And I'm not telling you that you have to go, commit to a hot yoga practice in, your local studio. But I will tell you, if you spend 20, 30 minutes present with yourself, breathing, moving your body, feeling into, not outside of, but into your body, you will have more reserves in here. You will have more in the tank. You will be more patient. You will be more loving. You will be more empathetic. You'll have more grace for yourself and for others. And it'll happen faster than you think. It's not going to happen in a day. And it's not going to happen if you only do it intermittently. This has to be a regular practice. You have to regularly add back, right? Contribute. You can't just sleep a couple times a week. Does that work? What are we thinking? With the amount of responsibilities. And like, I don't want to hear, oh, my parents did this or my grandparents did that. Like, okay. And how much responsibility, how much information was their brain trying to process all the time? This is like trying to run the latest version of Final Cut Pro and Photoshop on a Windows 95. Okay? Like our hardware is not upgraded enough for the level of information that's going on around us at all the times. And so we're fucking exhausted. And especially when it comes to us, I mean, and that's just us, let alone all of the other things and all of the other responsibilities and all the other people, and right. And so Venus in Leo asks, what is it that we actually like? Who do we want to give life to what, where do we want to give life? What do we want to shine on? And then also what makes me feel good and whole and like I am a wellspring of energy and I can be life-giving. Because that's what's going to attract more of what you want to see. That's what's going to attract more of the energy that you want to create in the world. And you can give your energy back to, right? It is like this beautiful flowing, reciprocity that goes back and forth. But you have to have your own, and they have to have their own too, but that's not your business. Okay. Now, like I said, we have a Venus retrograde this year, so it's not going to just be like a couple of weeks. Like we normally have a Venus transit. Venus will be in Leo through October 8th. So this is from July 22nd until September 3rd that we have the retrograde. Okay. Now, I'm not going to like freak you out. I'm not going to go too far into this right now, but like, prepare for the summer of retrogrades. Like TLDR, the only thing that is not going retrograde over the summer is Mars. And we just had that, right? For like way too long. So thank you, Mars. Bye. Okay. But everything else, if it's not like there, we have Pluto retrograde now, but we're going to have everything go retrograde this summer. I feel like the last time that we had like a massive summer of retrogrades like this was 2018. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just like not remembering correctly. Retrogrades are nothing to fear. They are times to slow down. They are times to take a look inward and breathe. Take a look at yourself. Okay. What do I need? Where am I? Because without it, it's like we could just be moving forward without the time for reflection, without the time for, oh my gosh, what am I even doing? What was the point again? Right. Okay. And then, right, we'll talk more about the rest that's coming as it comes. But I do just want to make note that we are in our final stretch for this quarter. June 21st, we have the sun moving into Cancer. So that is our summer solstice, right? Equinox, solstice. And so it is like truly summertime. Summertime for me is a time where I start to like take things down a notch and I start to rest a little bit more. I'm sure that I'll still be here for the transmissions, but they may be a little bit shorter. And I call back my energy a little bit more during this time. This is because this is like in opposition to all of my placements in Capricorn, right? So I've got like 5 placements over there in Capricorn, mega Capricorn, stellium. And so when we have the sun moving in opposition, it's kind of like full mooning all of my placements. So you'll see that that will be a time where I take it down a notch. I'm a little bit more chill, a little bit more contemplative, a little less energetic, a little less making new things. And especially because I'm graduating my YTT this coming Sunday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're here already. But it's been super exciting. And I am so like, I have so many ideas, especially after this weekend. So many ideas for creating programs and curriculums and live experiences and retreats and workshops and all kinds of goodness for y'all. And simplifying. Okay. I know that we've been talking about enrich coming back. I don't even know how to phrase it now, but like for as complex as enrich was, and yes, I was there to like make it easier and simplify it, but for as complex as it was, what's coming next is going to be like the polar opposite of that in terms of simplicity and ease, practicality, applicability, transformational like quality, because we are not just intellectualizing our thoughts and our feelings and our conditioning. We're actually like changing it. We are actually like repatterning. We are actually doing something different rather than just thinking about doing something different. What a word, huh? Okay, that's it for today. Loving you so much. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. Let me know in the comments. I will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, the 6th. And I hope you have a beautiful day, friends. Bye.